Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. Fazbear Entertainment is excited to join the digital age, and what better way to do that than with an edge-of-your-seat virtual reality experience? We know that Fazbear Entertainment has developed something of a bad reputation over the last few decades, and while it's true that some stories associated with our name were loosely based on actual events, the majority of them were total fabrications from the mind of a complete lunatic. Lawsuits pending. But we aren't above laughing at ourselves. Ha ha ha. That's why we have recreated many of these completely fictitious scenarios, lies, that you've been fed over the last several years, into a hilarious VR game, in the hopes that we can finally move past these childish ghost stories and develop a new relationship with you, as well as your kids. Don't forget the merch perfect for birthdays, so sit back and enjoy a few scares. We do, however, ask that you agree to a simple waiver before you play. It's mostly just legal mumbo-jumbo and isn't at all based on user experiences thus far or injuries associated with testing. Just touch the button to agree, and then we can jump right into some harmless fun that can't harm you at all in any harmful way. Thank you for playing the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. You acknowledge that Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for accidental digital consciousness transfers, real-world manifestations of digital characters, nightmares, night terrors, night sweats. Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. Use the console in front of you to navigate the menu and pick one of the frightening experiences available. By completing these scenarios, more will become available. You'll see plenty of familiar faces and some new ones as well. So stay a while and have a good time. And remember, despite the temporary horror you may experience, this is a completely controlled environment and you aren't in any real danger. Fazbear Entertainment not responsible for real danger. Please make a selection from the virtual menu.
For you to help you get settled down. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm going to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your okay? Let's see, first there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Property or person. Upon discovering the damage or death have occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days, or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached, or carpets have been replaced, blah, blah, blah. Now, they might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but why wouldn't them go? If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years I never got about, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night, too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children, and you can show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up, they turned off is wrong. They used to be allowed to walk around every day, too. But then there was the bite of 87. Yeah. It's amazing the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know. But now concerning your safety, the only visual risk to you in the night watching if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a middle endoskeleton without its costume. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and electronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine having your head forcibly pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you would like to see the light of day. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But I'm going to take these. I'll see you tomorrow. Check those cameras. Remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Conserve power. All right, good night.
Hello? Can you hear me? Don't exit this room, okay? This isn't a mistake. This room isn't a mistake. I had to hide these logs away from the core gameplay files, in a place that only a beta tester would look, and in a place where the files could be protected. I just really, really hope that the next development team finds this before the game is released to the public. This game has some kind of malicious code in it that we haven't been able to fully contain, or even understand for that matter. We're over budget and out of time. But that's not the reason that we're shutting down. Listen, I have to keep this short, so the file size will be small enough to fly under the radar. There are more. They may not be in order.
Hello? Welcome to Whiskey Day today, too. Congrats. I won't talk quite as long this time since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses. It might be better to keep those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place, you know. Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come on stage very often. I've heard he becomes overactive in the dark, though, so hey, I guess that's one reason I'm going to have power right. I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera view, and those blind spots have to be right outside your doors. So if you can't find something, or someone with your cameras, you either check the door light. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check out the current pirate code from time to time. The character in there seems unique, and it becomes more active if the camera remain off for a long period of time. I guess you don't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
I saw it for the first time today. There was a character, I couldn't make out who it was, standing at the end of the hall. I thought it was just bugged out, so I made a note of it and kept playing. But then it was looking in the window, and not like Chica or Bonnie would. It was like it was actually looking in the window, seeing what I was doing. I heard a pretty heated conversation this morning between Dale, our manager, and someone else on the line. It really feels like this project is in trouble, in no small part because of the lawsuit, I'm sure. There has to be a lawsuit, there's no way there isn't. It happened in this building just a few doors down from me. I think it's made worse by the fact that Jeremy tried to tell us something was wrong. But as a dev team, we all just saw it as a challenge to find what the problem was and fix it. Who could have known that? I have to go. Have you ever heard of a guillotine paper slicer? It sounds made up, but it's an actual piece of office equipment. I didn't even know we had one in the supply room. I guess they're more common at businesses that do a lot of graphic design work. I remember seeing one when I was still in school, and even then, I knew how dangerous it looked. I was always afraid of losing a finger. That seems so silly now. Jeremy used to do design work. I guess that's how he knew it was there.
We hope you're enjoying the Fazbear virtual experience. Please be aware that there may be visual artifacts left behind from the beta testing phase of development. If you see any such artifacts, we recommend that you not interact with them. We'll weed them out eventually. There's no guarantee that we'll weed them out eventually.
Hello, and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can see during your first week here to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old locations. You know, some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, faith. They've spent a small fortune on animatronics, facial recognition, advanced mobility. They have the whole program today. That means, but most importantly, they're all tied to some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Like we should be paying them to review. Now that being said, no new systems without its kinks. You're only the second person to work at that location. The first guy finished his week for complaints about conditions. We switched him over to day shift. So, hey, look at you, right? Mainly it's first concerned that certain characters seem to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, it should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a means box over by the fire counter in its way to be wound up remotely. So just every once in a while, switch over to the fire counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all the animatronics, but it does affect one of them. And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robots thinking you as an endoskeleton without a costume on, wanting to step into the suit. So hey, we've given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually, anything that wanders in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, you have lights, and even though your flashlights run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, put on the spray head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up, be the kid. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. By now, I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are from the previous location. We just use them for parts now. The idea at first was to repair them. They even started retrofitting them with some of the newer technology. But they were just so ugly, you know? The smell. So I got excited to